Hello there, this is DBG and welcome to Daniel's Horror Pop Podcast.
Carpet Day!
Fuck you, man.
So, the other week I was on Tubi. It's a free streaming service with a lot of nice old school slasher films, and I came across one that looked interesting. It was this Swedish film, it's dubbed in English, called Evil Ed. And basically, it's about this editor that gets pulled from his current project, which is probably, since he's a straight man, it was probably something non-aggressive, because the original editor of these Loose Limbs films, these gory horror films, he kills himself. He blows himself up with a grenade. It's pretty hilarious. So he gets by Mr. Campbell. And what I love about this movie a lot is the throwbacks. I mean, in Mr. Campbell's office, there's an Evil Dead poster. I think it's Evil Dead 2 in his office. So obviously they are throwing back to a lot of good old school horror movies. And yeah, so he gets put on this project to edit like 8, 9, and 10. There's like a lot of the, I think it's definitely making fun of like how chalky horror films have a lot of unnecessary sequels, like Friday the 13th or Halloween or something. So he gets put on the project, and slowly but surely he descends into madness because he's not used to the kind of gore that this is, which I think is an allegory for how sometimes watching too many horror movies can make you crazy. No, stay out there. Keep watching horror movies. It's not going to make you crazy. It's going to make you badass. But still, makes him go really, really insane. And you know what else is funny? His wife's name is Barbara, because his wife comes to find him because he's supposed to be there for his daughter's birthday party. And it's a throwback to Night of the Living Dead, so he does I'm coming to get you, Barbara, in one of the chase scenes. Yeah, and the throwbacks are just the ones that make me like this the most. I mean, I love when obscure horror films reference like, you know, mainstream horror films, because I don't think I've heard a lot of people talk about Evil Ed. I mean, this is the first time I've actually watched a Swedish horror film. I haven't watched a lot of international horror films. I hear a lot of, I watched some of the German expressive horror films from the early century, but I heard a lot of the international ones are really good. And yeah, he just descends into complete madness. He kills a whole bunch of people. He kills he doesn't kill the guy that drops off the films. He kills a bunch of other people. There's also this one scene, it's one of my favorite scenes, where like, from watching the horror films, you know, you see a lot of like sexy women. So his neighbor's like this old lady, and he looks, and she's like this really sexy lady. He's like, all of a sudden the old lady's like, oh my God, that scene got me so much. And he starts going on a killing spree. Like, these guys try to, it like jumps genres. It's like, you know, straight up, you know, it's just this, you know, commentary meta horror film. Then it goes into this house evasion film where these people try to break the house and he kills them, and then eventually he actually, after he tries to kill his wife and his kid when they come looking for him because he didn't come to the birthday party, he gets arrested and taken to an insane asylum where he's drugged. But because he's so crazy, adrenaline or watching all these horror movies gives him powers, they try to sedate him and it doesn't work, so he goes crazy. kind of like in the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, no TV, no food makes Homer go something. He go crazy, so he goes crazy, and then it's like a weird hospital with the army's like after him, and they're trying to shoot him, and he's just like insanely killing everybody, like crazily killing everybody. I mean, if you can download Tubi, you know, put it on your phone, put it on your TV, download Tubi, because There's so many great like obscure horror movies. So he has a showdown with the army, and he keeps avoiding all the shooting. He's shooting back. He's killing them. He has a knife. And this is one of the only movies where I've seen there's a final guy. It's like A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, which I might cover in the future since it's becoming a cult classic for a lot of people. So we're at the final showdown between the army and Evil Ed, and he is just shooting, slashing, and then the final guy's name is, I think it's Nick, the guy that got yelled at in the beginning of the movie because he does kill his boss, who he hates, Mr. Campbell, Sam Campbell. It's obvious reference to Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell, and eventually he goes against the Nick guy and his girlfriend who's been attacked, and I think he was gonna assault her, but Nick comes through in the pinch and slices him into pieces. He just unloads on him. Yeah, he wins in the end. I think I might cover more. I mean, maybe I'll talk about Bad Taste. That's the guy from Lord of the Rings. Made a couple horror movies in the 80s and the 90s before he did Lord of the Rings and King Kong. So maybe I'll talk about Bad Taste because I've only watched a couple international movies. But I really enjoyed Evil Ed, like a lot. Like a lot. Like I need to watch more international horror movies is what I'm calling them. I bet they got the name, but I'm calling them international horror movies. Coined by me. But yeah, the next one I'm going to cover after this is Evil Laugh, which I call Friday the 13th Part 5, The New Beginnings sequel. It was really interesting. I'm going to talk about that next, and Jason X after that. And if there's anything else you guys want me to talk about, suggest me something in the comments of what you want me to talk about. Anything really. Suggest it, and if you find it's on Tubi, suggest it to me. Let's get 300 subscribers. We're at 212 right now. We're getting close. Let's get more. Tell your friends. And I'm Dan. And check out Evil Ed. It's on Tubi. Next, I'm going to do Evil F and Jason X. And shout out to my buddy Mike, who's going to edit this. He's the man. I always give my buddy a shout out. Have a good one, guys.